Introduction: Why your mornings define your life. Welcome to the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. Written and published by Imperium Audiobooks. Let me start with a question. How many mornings have you woken up, grabbed your phone, scrolled through notifications, rushed through breakfast, and arrived at work already feeling behind? Now imagine the opposite. Waking up calm and clear, knowing exactly what matters today, feeling sharp, focused and in control. Imagine stepping into your day like the CEO of your life, not an employee of your circumstances. That's exactly what this book is about. Because here's the truth most people don't realize. Your mornings aren't just the start of your day, they are the foundation of your entire life. Top performers, successful entrepreneurs, elite athletes, and world-class creators all share one secret. They design their mornings with intention. They don't leave them to chance. And neither should you. What you'll get from this book. This isn't just another book about waking up early or drinking lemon water. This is a step-by-step playbook that will help you take back control of your mornings, prime your mind and body for peak performance, get crystal clear on your priorities before the world pulls you in 100 directions, protect your focus and do your most meaningful work first. Build a mindset that supports success every single day. By the end of this book, you'll have your own personalized morning formula, a repeatable ritual that sets you up to win every day no matter what life throws at you. By the time you finish this audiobook, you won't just know how to design a powerful morning routine, you will have the tools to completely transform how you show up each day. You'll be able to wake up with clarity, step into your mornings with energy, and lead your life with the confidence and focus of a CEO. If you commit to the process and apply what you learn, this won't just change your mornings, it will change your future. So let's dive in and design the first morning of the rest of your life. Let's begin. In the first chapter, we're going to talk about the CEO mindset at dawn, why mornings separate leaders from followers, and why this is the single most important time to think like a strategist, not just a worker. Chapter 1. The CEO mindset at dawn. Welcome to Chapter 1 of the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. If you want to master your mornings, you must first master your mindset, because what you believe about mornings will determine how you use them or waste them. The mindset shift that changes everything. Most people wake up as followers. They wake up reacting to alarms, messages, and notifications. They let the outside world dictate how they feel before they even get out of bed. CEOs, leaders, and top performers do the opposite. They wake up as architects of their day. Here's the truth. Your morning is the only part of the day you fully control. Once you step into the flow of emails, calls, deadlines, and responsibilities, the world starts pulling you in every direction. But the early hours, those belong to you, if you claim them. A CEO's morning is not random, it's intentional. They treat the first hour of the day like a board meeting with their future self. This isn't about being busy, it's about being deliberate. Why CEOs guard their mornings. Successful leaders know something most people don't. Decision fatigue is real. Every day you only have so much mental energy for clear thinking, creativity, and high-quality choices. Waste that energy on low-value decisions early, like scrolling social media or reacting to texts, and you've already drained the battery before the important work even begins. That's why CEOs front-load their mornings with activities that sharpen their focus, clarify their priorities, and build momentum. They know that a strong morning leads to a strong day, and stringing together strong days leads to a strong life. The power of a morning identity. Let's talk about identity. The most powerful habit-shaping question you can ask is, who do I want to be today? When you wake up and immediately start rushing, you're operating in survival mode. But when you pause, breathe, and consciously set your intention, you shift into creative mode. Imagine a CEO walking into their office first thing in the morning. Do they sprint straight to their inbox, panicked and disorganized? No. They review their agenda, set their priorities, and make key decisions that steer the entire organization. You can do the same thing with your life. Every morning is an opportunity to step into the identity of a leader, someone who leads their own thoughts, actions, and outcomes. The leadership framework for your morning. Here's a simple 3-step mental framework to start your morning like a CEO. Pause and center yourself. Before doing anything else, take a moment to breathe deeply. Before doing anything else, take a moment to breathe deeply. Before doing outcome something I suppalden, it's undercrowded of view map to sit open on view with assembles. This signals to your brain that you are in control, not your phone, not your alarm, not the outside world. Ask strategic questions. Before thought the thought, what would make today a win? What would make today a win? What one thing, if done, will move me closest to my goals? This turns your morning into a strategic session instead of a reaction session. Choose your first action intentionally. Decide what you will do in the first 60 minutes. Before work, before news, before email. Your first action sets the tone for your entire day. Make it count. Thinking long-term before breakfast. A CEO isn't just thinking about today. They're thinking about the future of their company. Likewise, your morning should include time to zoom out and consider your long-term vision. Take 5 minutes to visualize where you want to be in a year. Ask yourself, if I keep living this way, where will I end up? What would the best version of me do today to get there faster? This practice builds mental alignment, connecting today's actions with tomorrow's results. Breaking the "I'm not a morning person" myth. One of the biggest barriers to morning mastery is the belief that you're just not a morning person. Here's the good news. Research shows that your sleep-wake cycle is more flexible than you think. With the right evening habits, which we'll cover in Chapter 3, you can train your body to wake up earlier and with more energy. It's not about forcing yourself into someone else's routine. It's about designing a system that works for your natural rhythm. Your action step. Today, I want you to take 10 minutes, either in the morning or tonight, and write down your morning identity statement. It can be as simple as, I am someone who wakes up with purpose, takes control of my first hour, and leads my life like a CEO. Read this statement out loud every morning before you start your day. This may sound simple, but repetition reprograms your subconscious mind, and that's where lasting change begins. Key takeaways from Chapter 1. Your morning is your most valuable and controllable time of day. Treat it like a CEO treats a board meeting, with clarity, intention, and focus. Decision fatigue is real. Protect your brainpower for the work that matters most. Step into a leadership identity every morning by asking strategic questions and choosing intentional actions. In Chapter 2, we'll go deeper into the science of early hours and why your brain and body are wired to make mornings your power window. We'll explore how cortisol cycles, dopamine, and brainwave states all make your early hours the perfect time for focus, creativity, and clarity. Chapter 2, The Science of Early Hours. Welcome to Chapter 2 of the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. If Chapter 1 was about mindset, why mornings matter, and how CEOs treat them, this chapter is about biology. Because here's the thing, your body and brain are already wired to make mornings your most powerful time of day. When you understand the science, you stop fighting yourself and start working with your natural rhythm, your brain's morning chemistry. Let's start with what's happening inside your body when you wake up. As the sun rises, your brain's suprachiasmatic nucleus, the little cluster of cells in your hypothalamus that controls your circadian rhythm, signals to your body that it's time to transition from rest to action. Within moments, 3 key changes start to occur. Cortisol, awakening response. Cortisol often gets a bad reputation as the stress hormone, but in the morning it's your best friend. Levels rise naturally within the first 30-45 minutes after waking. This gives you alertness, energy, and a boost of focus, your body's natural cup of coffee. Dopamine and motivation. In the early hours, dopamine, the brain's motivation chemical, spikes. This is why many people feel most inspired, creative, and clear-headed in the morning, before distractions flood in. Brainwave transition. As you wake, your brain shifts from theta waves, dreamy creative state, to alpha waves, calm, focused awareness. This window, when you're between sleep and full alertness, is perfect for reflection, visualization, and setting intentions. When you hit snooze repeatedly or jump straight into stress, you short-circuit this natural process. But when you rise intentionally, you ride the wave your brain has already prepared for you. Why mornings are your prime focus window? Research shows that your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, planning and self-control, is at its freshest in the morning. Think of your prefrontal cortex like a battery. You wake up with it fully charged. As the day goes on, it drains, every email, every decision, every distraction pulling a little more power. This is why willpower feels strongest in the morning and weakest at night. It's also why high performers reserve their mornings for their most important work, the stuff that requires deep thought, creativity, or courage. Hormones, light and energy. Light plays a huge role in how awake and alert you feel. When natural sunlight hits your eyes in the morning, yes, even through clouds, it triggers a cascade of signals that plum-face tell your body to stop producing melatonin, the sleep hormone. Set your circadian clock so you'll feel sleepy at the right time later that night. That's why getting natural light exposure within the first 30 minutes of waking can dramatically improve your energy and mood. It's one of the simplest, most science-backed habits you can adopt, and it's free. The movement connection. Your body also produces endorphins and adrenaline when you move in the morning. Even light movement, stretching, yoga, a quick walk floods your bloodstream with oxygen, increases circulation, and sends a signal to your nervous system. It's time to wake up and be alert. This is why many CEOs and high performers swear by morning exercise. It's not just about fitness, it's about priming the brain for productivity, creativity, and problem solving. Morning hours also unlock something special for your creativity. When you first wake up, your brain is still partly in that theta state, the same state where breakthroughs and insights often occur. This is why so many people get their best ideas in the shower or while walking early in the morning. If you use this time for journaling, brainstorming, or strategic thinking, you'll often solve problems that felt impossible the night before. The science of momentum. Here's one of the most underrated aspects of mornings: psychological momentum. When you start the day with a win, even something as simple as making your bed, drinking water, or doing 5 minutes of breathing, your brain releases dopamine, which reinforces the behavior and makes you want to keep winning. This creates a success spiral. One positive action leads to another, and before you know it, you're stacking wins before most people have even started their day. Action step. Your assignment for today is simple but powerful. Ronne, get sunlight within 30 minutes of waking. Step outside, even for just 2-3 minutes. Ronne, move your body. It doesn't have to be a workout. Stretch, walk, or do a quick mobility flow. Ronne, do one small intentional win immediately. Make your bed, drink a full glass of water, or write down your top priority for the day. Notice how different your energy feels compared to mornings when you skip these steps. Key takeaways from Chapter 2. Ronne, your brain and body are naturally primed for focus and energy in the morning. Cortisol, dopamine, and brainwave states work in your favor if you rise intentionally. Light exposure early in the day resets your circadian rhythm and boosts alertness. Morning movement primes your brain and body for peak performance. Starting your day with even one small win creates momentum that carries into everything else you do. In Chapter 3, we'll go deep on the night before formula, because if you want to win the morning, it actually starts the evening before. You'll learn how to set up your environment, wind down your mind, and prepare your body so waking up becomes effortless. Chapter 3. The Night Before Formula. Winning tomorrow before it starts. Welcome to Chapter 3 of the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. Here's a hard truth. Your morning is only as strong as your night. If you've ever tried to wake up early and failed, it's not because you lack discipline. It's because you were fighting against your own biology, your own habits, and sometimes your own environment. The secret to powerful mornings is simple. Start them the night before. Why your evenings matter. Think about the last time you had a truly terrible morning. Chances are it wasn't just random. You probably went to bed too late, scrolled on your phone until midnight, left your environment messy or disorganized, woke up already behind schedule. This isn't just about sleep, it's about mental load. When your evenings are chaotic, Your mornings start with friction, and friction kills momentum. Step 1. The evening shutdown ritual. Top performers don't just fall asleep, they have a shutdown ritual that signals to their brain, work is over, it's time to recharge. Here's what that looks like in practice. Set a work cutoff time. Decide when enough is enough for the day. This is non-negotiable. You can't have a clear, calm morning if your brain is still processing emails at midnight. Rough review, and close the day. Take 5 minutes to write down what you accomplished. Write your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. This clears mental clutter so your brain doesn't keep looping on unfinished tasks while you sleep. Physical cue. Do something physical that signals the day is ending. Dim the lights, change into comfortable clothes, or put your phone in another room. Step 2. The sleep environment. You cannot have peak mornings if you have garbage sleep. Let's talk about sleep hygiene, CEO style. Darkness is your ally. Make your room pitch black. Blackout curtains or a sleep mask. Cool is king. Research shows 18 to 20 J 65-68 Feth is the optimal temperature for deep sleep. Digital curfew. Turn off screens 30-60 minutes before bed. Blue light disrupts melatonin production and tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. No caffeine after 2 p.m. Caffeine has a half-life of 6+ hours, meaning that afternoon coffee could still be in your system at bedtime. Your goal is to make your sleep environment so good that your body can't help but rest deeply. Step 3. Evening mindset work. Evenings are also the perfect time to prepare your mind for success. Try this simple exercise called tomorrow casting. Ron Rusty, sit down with a notebook and write, tomorrow will be a success if, list 2-3 outcomes that would make you proud. Ron Rusty of self-executing on those outcomes calmly and confidently. This primes your subconscious mind while you sleep, so you wake up already aligned with your goals. Step 4. Setting up your morning environment. Make it easy to win tomorrow by engineering your environment tonight. Ron Rust. Clear your desk or kitchen counter so you wake up to a clean, uncluttered space. Ron Rust. Bill vom Pofteringsblik van Sichtsprekfigo. Let's fight im form of cruciaten for expunging soctum softer after more. Ticking action, not thinking about what to do next. Step 5. Protecting your energy. The last 30 minutes of your day set the emotional tone for your sleep. Avoid, heavy arguments or emotionally charged conversations, overstimulating content, social media debates, scary news, stressful shows, late-night snacking that forces your digestion to keep working while you're trying to sleep. Instead, try, reading something uplifting or calming, gratitude journaling. List 3 wins or things you're thankful for. Light stretching or breathwork to downshift your nervous system. When you go to bed peaceful, you wake up powerful. The compounding effect. When you master your evenings, everything about your morning becomes easier. Waking up earlier feels natural. Your mind is clear because you already planned your top priorities. You save time and energy because your environment is ready for you. You build trust with yourself because you kept your commitment the night before. Evening mastery is the lever that makes the rest of this book work. Action step. Tonight, try this. Decide your work cutoff time and stick to it. Write your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. Prepare one thing in your environment that will make your morning smoother. Clothes, desk, breakfast prep. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. Your future mornings will thank you. Key takeaways from Chapter 3. Powerful mornings are created the night before. A shutdown ritual helps you mentally and emotionally detach from the day. Optimizing your sleep environment is a high-performance hack most people ignore. Setting up your space in advance removes friction and builds momentum. Ending your evening with gratitude and intention primes your mind for a successful tomorrow. In Chapter 4, we'll move into the wake-up ritual. The exact process to get out of bed energized, avoid the snooze trap, and step into the morning like a leader ready to take charge. Chapter 4. The Wake-Up Ritual. How to get up energized without hitting snooze. Welcome to Chapter 4 of the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. By now you've set the stage with the right mindset. Chapter 1. Harnessed the science of mornings. Chapter 2. And started winning the night before. Chapter 3. Now it's time to tackle one of the biggest morning challenges of all. Getting out of bed with energy, clarity and purpose, without the snooze button sabotaging you. The problem with snooze, let's be honest, almost everyone has a love-hate relationship with their alarm clock. But here's what most people don't realize. Every time you hit snooze, you teach your brain a dangerous lesson, that your first decision of the day is to break a promise to yourself. And it's not just psychological. When you go back to sleep after the alarm, you re-enter a new sleep cycle that your body won't have time to finish. When the alarm goes off again, you wake up groggier than before. This is called sleep inertia, and it can take up to 4 hours for your brain to fully recover. So if you've been wondering why you feel like a zombie in the morning, even after 8 hours of sleep, your snooze habit might be the culprit. Step 1. Craft a wake-up trigger. Your brain loves consistency. That's why you need a clear, powerful wake-up trigger, something that signals the day has started. Here are some proven wake-up triggers you can use. Alarm placement. Put your phone or alarm clock across the room so you have to physically get out of bed to turn it off. Natural light. Open curtains or use a sunrise alarm clock that simulates daylight to wake you gently. Immediate action. As soon as you stand up, do one small physical movement. Stretch tall, drink a glass of water, or take 3 deep breaths. Your first 30 seconds set the tone. Make them intentional. Step 2. The 5-second rule. Productivity expert Mel Robbins teaches something called the 5-second rule, and it works brilliantly for mornings. The moment you wake up, count backwards from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Then physically move, throw off the covers, put your feet on the floor, stand up. This interrupts your brain's tendency to talk you out of action and builds a micro-habit of discipline right at the start of your day. Step 3. Hydrate before you caffeinate. When you wake up, you're naturally dehydrated from 7-8 hours of no water intake. Before you reach for coffee, drink a full glass of water. This kickstarts digestion, boosts circulation, and signals to your body that it's time to wake up. If you want an extra energy boost, add a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lemon for electrolytes. Step 4. Movement to beat morning grogginess. You don't need to do a full workout first thing, but you do need to move. Even 2 minutes of stretching, yoga, or light exercise raises your core temperature, increases oxygen flow to the brain, and accelerates the wake-up process. A simple wake-up flow could look like this: 10 bodyweight squats, 10 push-ups, or wall push-ups, 30 seconds of deep breathing, reach and stretch to the ceiling. In less than 3 minutes, you'll feel dramatically more awake. Step 5. Create an automatic reward. Your brain loves rewards. It's wired to repeat behaviors that feel good. Give yourself a small positive cue right after waking, like playing your favorite energizing song, making a great cup of coffee or tea after water, stepping outside for fresh air and sunlight. Linking pleasure to waking up makes the habit stick faster. Step 6. Protect your first 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes after you wake up are your most impressionable. Whatever you focus on first sets the emotional tone for the entire day. Avoid checking email, scrolling social media, reading negative news. Instead, use this time to center yourself. Practice gratitude. List 3 things you're thankful for. Read something inspiring, or listen to uplifting music. Sit quietly and set an intention for the day. Step 7.
Make it non-negotiable. This is where consistency comes in. Your wake-up ritual must become a non-negotiable standard, not a suggestion. You don't negotiate with your alarm. You don't debate whether to get up. You simply execute the formula every day until it becomes who you are. Action step tonight. Set yourself up for success by doing these 3 things. Place your alarm across the room. Prepare a full glass of water and put it next to your bed. Write 1 sentence on a sticky note. When the alarm goes off, I get up immediately. Place it where you'll see it first thing tomorrow morning. Practice the 5-second rule and move your body for at least 2 minutes. Notice how much better you feel compared to mornings when you hit snooze. Key takeaways from Chapter 4. Snooze is your first broken promise of the day. Stop hitting it. Create a clear wake-up trigger that gets you moving immediately. Hydrate first thing to jumpstart your body. Use movement and breathing to shake off sleep inertia. Protect your first 10 minutes like gold. No phone, no news, no negativity. In Chapter 5, we'll move into the first hour framework, the exact sequence high performers follow in their first 60 minutes to build unstoppable momentum for the rest of the day.
Chapter 5. The First Hour Framework. Designing a Power-Packed 60 Minutes. Welcome to Chapter 5 of the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. By now you've set the mental foundation. Chapter 1. Learned the science behind why mornings matter. Chapter 2. Mastered your night routine. Chapter 3. And built a powerful wake-up ritual. Chapter 4. Now it's time to take control of what may be the single most important block of time in your entire day, the first 60 minutes after you wake up. This hour, if designed correctly, will give you energy, clarity, and momentum that ripple through the next 16 hours of your life. Let's build it step by step. The Golden Hour Principle. The first hour is what high performers call the golden hour, a sacred window of time where you set the tone, direction, and energy for the rest of the day. If you spend this hour scrolling social media, reading email, or reacting to the world, you're training your brain to be reactive all day. But if you use this hour intentionally, you take control of your psychology, physiology, and focus, and you set yourself up for what I call a day of momentum. The First Hour Framework. 5 pillars. Here's the 5-pillar formula you can use to design your first hour like a CEO. Each pillar builds on the previous one, creating a sequence that wakes you up, powers you up, and primes you for your best work. Pillar 1. Move 5-10 minutes. You've just spent 7-8 hours in one position. Your circulation is slow, your joints are stiff, and your body temperature is lower than during the day. Start with movement, not to burn calories, but to wake up your system. Options include Ronsin light stretching or yoga flow, jumping jacks, squats or push-ups, a short walk around your home or outside. The goal: increase your heart rate slightly, raise your core temperature, and tell your body it's time to be alert. Pillar 2. Mind. 5-15 minutes. Next, feed your mind with something positive, inspiring or thought-provoking. This could be reading 5-10 pages of a good book. Ronsin, listening to a motivational podcast or audiobook. Ronsin, reviewing your affirmations or visualization practice. Think of this as mental nutrition. What you consume first thing sets the emotional tone for your brain chemistry all day long. Pillar 3. Plan. 5-10 minutes. This is where you step into your CEO role. Take a few minutes to Ronsin, review your top 3 priorities for the day. Write them down by hand if possible. This strengthens commitment. Ronsin, revisualize yourself completing them successfully. Most people drift through the day hoping to be productive. CEOs decide what matters and then execute. This step alone can double your productivity. Pillar 4. Prime. 10-20 minutes. Now prime your body and mind for peak state. Priming activities might include Ronsin, deep breathing or meditation, gratitude journaling. Write 3 things you're thankful for. Ronsin, visualization. See yourself handling challenges calmly and achieving your goals. This is where you program your brain's reticular activating system, the mental filter that decides what you notice and focus on throughout the day. When you prime yourself for gratitude, opportunity and confidence, your brain starts scanning for evidence to confirm those feelings. Pillar 5. Perform. 20-30 minutes. Finally, use what remains of your first hour to make progress on something meaningful before the world has a chance to distract you. This could be working on a personal project, writing, journaling or creative work, tackling a high-value task for your business or career. The key is to choose something that moves the needle, not busy work. This is where you start the day with a win, building momentum before anyone else's priorities enter your inbox. Sample first hour schedule. Here's what a fully optimized first hour might look like. Row 5. Hydrate, light movement, wake up breathing. Row 5. Read something uplifting or listen to personal development content. This is just a template. Your exact sequence can be customized to your lifestyle. The goal is intention over randomness, eliminating first hour distractions. You must defend this hour ruthlessly. That means Row 5. Meditation, gratitude, journaling, mindset work, deep work on a high-value project. Why this works? By combining movement, mindset work, planning and meaningful action, you optimize your neurochemistry for focus and positivity, train your brain to seek progress instead of dopamine hits from social media, create early momentum that makes the rest of the day easier. Action step. Tomorrow morning, try implementing just one pillar from this framework. For example, do 5 minutes of stretching, move, write down your top 3 priorities, plan, write 1 page of a good book, mind, then gradually stack the other pillars until your first hour is fully designed. Key takeaways from Chapter 5. Right, the first hour is the most powerful hour of your day. Protect it. Use the 5-pillar framework. Move, mind, plan, prime, perform. Customize the timing, but keep the sequence intentional. Right, eliminate distractions and treat this time as a meeting with your future self. In Chapter 6, we'll go deeper into movement and priming, exploring how to use exercise, breathwork and mental conditioning to supercharge your state for the rest of the day. Chapter 6. Movement and priming. Waking up your body and brain for peak performance. Welcome back to the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. If Chapter 5 gave you the blueprint for your first hour, Chapter 6 gives you the power source. Because let's be honest, a well-planned morning is useless if you don't have the energy, mental clarity and emotional drive to execute it. This chapter is all about using movement and priming to activate your body and brain so you don't just wake up, you come alive. Why movement comes first. The fastest way to change your mental state is to change your physical state. When you move your body, even for a few minutes, you run, increase oxygen flow to the brain, which sharpens focus, trigger a cascade of hormones that shift you from sleepy to alert. This is why professional athletes, Navy SEALs and CEOs all use some form of morning movement ritual. They know that energy is a skill, not just a resource. The 3 levels of morning movement. You don't need a 60-minute workout to reap the benefits. In fact, many top performers use short, intentional movement sessions to activate their nervous system and prime their body for the day ahead. Here are 3 levels you can choose from, depending on your schedule and energy. Level 1. Micro movement, 2-5 minutes. Perfect for busy mornings or as a first step toward building the habit. Examples: 20 jumping jacks plus 10 push-ups, 30 seconds of stretching, yoga sun salutations, marching in place or a few flights of stairs. Even this small dose floods your brain with oxygen and signals to your body that it's time to wake up. Level 2. Power movement, 10-20 minutes. This is where you start to sweat a little. Examples: bodyweight circuits, squats, lunges, planks, a quick jog or brisk walk outside, short high-intensity interval training, HIIT sessions. The key is intensity, enough to get your blood pumping but not so much that you feel drained before your day begins. Level 3. Full training, 30+ minutes. This is a complete workout session and works best if your schedule allows it. Examples: body longeras, strength training session, yoga class, Borrowed long run, cycling or swim. If you choose this level, make sure you fuel and hydrate properly and protect this time like a meeting with your future success. The role of priming. Movement wakes up the body. Priming wakes up the mind. Priming is the act of intentionally putting yourself in the emotional state you want to carry into the day. Most people wake up and let the day dictate their mood. CEOs create the mood they want. Step 1. Gratitude. Spend 2-3 minutes thinking about or writing down 3 things you're grateful for. The key is to feel the gratitude, not just list it. Relive the memory of the moment. Picture the person or event in detail. Gratitude shifts your brain chemistry, lowering stress hormones and activating the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that handles planning and problem solving. Step 2. Visualization. This is where you mentally rehearse your day. Close your eyes and imagine the key things you need to accomplish. Yourself handling obstacles calmly and confidently. How you want to feel when the day is over. Visualization isn't wishful thinking, it's mental programming. Olympic athletes use it to improve performance, and so can you. Step 3. Affirmations and identity. Affirmations aren't about repeating "I'm successful" like a robot. They're about aligning your words with the person you want to become. Examples: I am focused and in control of my time. I create solutions and add value wherever I go. I start each day with clarity and confidence. When you repeat these with emotion, you condition your nervous system to act in alignment with these statements. Step 4. Breath work. Breathing exercises are one of the fastest ways to shift your physiology. Try this simple pattern. I-L-U-D-E-S. Inhale deeply through the nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. I-L-U-D-E-S. Exhale slowly through the mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat for 1-2 minutes. This calms the nervous system and creates focus before you dive into the day. The 15-minute power ritual. Here's a complete movement priming sequence you can do in just 15 minutes. I-L-U-D-E-S. Hydrate. 1 minute. Drink a glass of water. Move. 5 min. Body weight squats, push-ups and light stretching. Gratitude. 3 min. Think about 3 specific things you're thankful for. Run wide. Visualize. 3 min. Picture your top 3 priorities getting done. Breathe. 3 min. Deep breathing or box breathing for mental clarity. In just a quarter of an hour, you've shifted your physiology, upgraded your mental state, and set the tone for a day of performance. The CEO standard. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. You want to create a standard where moving and priming yourself is as automatic as brushing your teeth. This is what separates the reactive from the proactive, the busy from the productive, the average from the exceptional. Action step. Tonight, write down your priming sequence on paper and place it where you'll see it first thing tomorrow. Then tomorrow morning, commit to just 1 round of movement and priming. Even if it's only 5 minutes, do it with full presence. Each day expand the ritual until it becomes part of your identity. Key takeaways from Chapter 6. Movement is the fastest way to change your state. Choose your level of movement, micro, power or full, but do something every morning. Priming with gratitude, visualization, affirmations and breathwork programs your brain for success. A 15-minute ritual can completely shift your energy and mental focus for the day. In Chapter 7, we'll take all this energy and direct it toward planning like a CEO, learning how to prioritize, schedule and structure your day for maximum leverage. Chapter 7. Planning like a CEO, structuring your day for maximum leverage. Welcome back to the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. You've learned to wake up with energy. Chapter 4. Mastered the first hour. Chapter 5. And primed your body and mind for peak performance. Chapter 6. Now comes the step that separates the busy from the effective. Planning your day like a CEO. Because here's the truth. Productivity isn't about doing more things. It's about doing the right things with relentless focus. The CEO mindset. CEOs don't wake up and wonder what to do next. They don't work from a reactive to-do list that grows longer every hour. Instead, they make decisions about what matters most. Focus on leverage, tasks that produce exponential results. Guard their time fiercely, saying no to distractions and low-value work. When you start planning your day like a CEO, you stop living in constant firefighting mode and start designing your outcomes. Step 1. Define your top 3. Research from productivity expert Ivy Lee shows that when people focus on just 3 key tasks per day, their output dramatically increases. Your top 3 are the 3 tasks that, if completed, would make today a win, regardless of what else happens. Ask yourself, what 3 things, if done today, would move me closer to my goals? Which of these will matter most in 6 months? Write them down every morning during your planning ritual. Step 2. Time block your priorities. Once you know your top 3, protect time on your calendar to complete them. This technique is called time blocking, assigning a specific block of time to a specific activity. Example, Rightor, 10ish and 11 a.m., team check-in and key emails. Rightor, 30 p.m., deep work, strategic planning. This removes decision fatigue, eliminates multitasking, and ensures your priorities don't get buried under urgent but unimportant tasks. Step 3. Batch low-value tasks. Not everything you do needs peak mental energy. Instead of checking email 25 times a day, batch it into 2 sessions, late morning and late afternoon. The same goes for phone calls, messages, and administrative work. This frees up large chunks of uninterrupted time for high-value work, what Cal Newport calls deep work. Step 4. Use the leverage lens. Before committing to any task, ask, Ryan, does this create leverage? Does it create results beyond the time invested? Ryan Fintigo, can this be delegated? If someone else can do it 80% as well as you, hand it off. Ryan Fintigo, can this be automated? Many repetitive tasks can be handled by technology once set up. CEOs don't do everything. They focus on what only they can do. Step 5. Design an ideal day template. One of the most powerful planning tools is to design your ideal day, a template schedule that reflects how you want most of your days to flow. For example, Ryan Finti, 6 a.m. Wake up and morning ritual. Landvorti 1. Meetings, calls, and collaborative work. 5 p.m. Admin tasks and planning tomorrow. 5 p.m. onward. Family, learning, relaxation. You won't follow it perfectly every day, but having a default template makes it easier to course correct when life gets chaotic. Step 6. End of day review. Planning like a CEO isn't just about mornings, it's about finishing strong. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what worked well today? Where did I get distracted? What are my top 3 priorities for tomorrow? This reflection process ensures that each day builds on the last instead of starting from scratch. The emotional side of planning. Planning isn't just logical, it's psychological. When you have a plan, you reduce anxiety because you know what to focus on. Experience more wins, which builds confidence and motivation. Avoid decision fatigue, saving your mental energy for solving real problems. This is why so many high achievers swear by daily planning. It creates clarity, and clarity creates confidence. Action step. Tomorrow morning, take 10 minutes to write down your top 3 priorities. Block time on your calendar for each. Batch your email and admin tasks. Then notice how much lighter and more focused you feel throughout the day. Key takeaways from Chapter 7. CEOs focus on what matters most, not just what's urgent. Define your top 3 every morning and protect time to complete them. Batch low-value tasks and delegate where possible. Create an ideal day template to guide your time and energy. Review daily to build momentum and continuous improvement. In Chapter 8, we'll cover focus rituals, how to eliminate distractions, create a peak productivity environment, and stay in deep work longer than you ever thought possible. Chapter 8. Focus Rituals. Creating a distraction-free zone for deep work. Welcome back to the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. If you've followed along, you're now waking up with purpose, priming your mind and body, and planning your day like a CEO. But there's still one critical skill left to master: protecting your focus so you can actually get meaningful work done. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't have a time management problem. They have an attention management problem. Why focus is the new superpower. We live in the most distracted era in human history. The average smartphone user touches their phone 2,607 times per day. The average knowledge worker is interrupted every 11 minutes. Ron Akrupenuwand and Bregiopadofidtusikwiz in 6 the ontamansix after the foka. Indiaderons PD Dajan Gamanau Bediduwandolrid win. Doubt Nuth Karafti Day Kamimosan Pavstopanum to Kopstakodin Trok. If you can master the ability to focus deeply on what matters, you instantly separate yourself from 99% of the population. Focus isn't just about discipline, it's about creating an environment and ritual where focus becomes the default, not the exception. Step 1. Identify your focus zone. Every person has a time of day when they're naturally sharpest. This is your biological prime time. For many, this is the first 2 poor hours after waking. For others, it may be late morning or even late evening. Track your energy for a week and notice when you feel Rhonda most alert, most creative, most distracted. Then block your most important work during this window. Step 2. Build a focus environment. Your environment either supports focus or sabotages it. To create a focus-friendly environment, Rhonda clear physical clutter from your workspace. Close unnecessary browser tabs and apps. Rhonda clear mental music if you work in a noisy setting. Your goal is to eliminate friction between you and your most important work. Step 3. The power of ritual. Your brain loves cues and routines. That's why creating a focus ritual trains your mind to enter deep work mode faster. A simple focus ritual might look like this. Rhonda Creative, fill a glass of water. Put phone on airplane mode. Set a timer for 50 minutes. Rhonda Creatuankant Foktat. Trake Tately Parktas Frake. Funny visualize yourself fully engaged in the task. Rhonda Creef. Repeat this consistently and you'll notice it takes less and less time to drop into flow. Step 4. Use the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is a proven focus method. Rhonda Creef. Work in a 25 to 50 minute sprint. Take a 5 to 10 minute break. Rhonda Creef. After 3-4 rounds, take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes. These short bursts help you maintain mental freshness and prevent burnout. If you're just starting out, try 25 minutes. As your focus muscles strengthen, push toward 50-minute blocks. Step 5. Manage digital distractions. Digital distractions are the biggest threat to deep work. Here are tools and strategies to control them. Rhonda Creef. Website blockers. Use apps like Freedom, Cold Turkey or Rescue Time to block distracting sites. Email windows. Check email only at scheduled times, not on demand. Phone discipline. Keep your phone out of arm's reach or in another room. Remember, every notification is someone else's agenda invading your mind. Step 6. Train your focus muscles. Focus is like a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. If you find your mind wandering, gently bring it back to the task without judgment. Each time you do this, you're building your ability to sustain attention. Start small. Day 1, 2 25-minute focus sessions. Day 5, 3 40-minute focus sessions. Day 10, 1 90-minute deep work block. Within weeks, you'll notice your ability to concentrate dramatically improving. Step 7. Leverage energy management. Even the best focus rituals fail if your energy is crashing. Support focus by eating balanced meals. Avoid heavy carb crashes early in the day. Staying hydrated. Taking short movement breaks every hour. Remember, focus thrives when your brain is well fueled and your body is cared for. Step 8. Measure and improve. What gets measured gets improved. Track how many focused work blocks you complete each day. How long you stay in flow before distraction breaks it. What environmental tweaks make the biggest difference. This makes focus a game, something you can optimize over time. The CEO's standard for focus. CEOs don't allow themselves to be at the mercy of distraction. They build structures and rhythms that protect their mental bandwidth. When you learn to protect your focus, you create time leverage. You'll get more done in 2 hours than most people do in 8. Action step. Tomorrow, set aside a 90-minute block for your most important task. Before starting, put phone on airplane mode. Close all distractions. Set a timer for 50 minutes. Do 1 full round of deep work. Take a 10-minute break, then do a second round. Notice how much more progress you make compared to a typical multitasking morning. Key takeaways from Chapter 8. Focus is the most valuable skill in the modern world. Identify your biological prime time and schedule deep work during it. Build a distraction-free environment and use a pre-work ritual. Train your focus like a muscle using Pomodoro sessions and consistency. Measure and improve over time to build world-class concentration. In Chapter 9, we'll go even deeper into morning mindset mastery, exploring how to reprogram limiting beliefs and condition yourself mentally to win before the day even begins. Chapter 9. Morning Mindset Mastery. Programming your brain for daily success. Welcome back to the Morning Formula. Start your day like a CEO. We've built powerful external habits, waking up early, structuring the first hour, planning like a CEO, and protecting your focus. But now we're going to address the invisible driver of all behavior, your mindset. Because the truth is, no morning routine, no planner, and no productivity system will save you if you wake up thinking small, doubting yourself, or carrying yesterday's stress into today. Mindset mastery is about starting each morning in alignment with the person you want to become. Why mindset is your competitive advantage. Top performers share one common trait. They consistently think in ways that support success. While average people wake up asking, "What do I have to do today?" High achievers wake up asking, "Who do I want to be today?" This small shift is everything. Your thoughts shape your emotions, which drive your actions, which create your results. Step 1. Identify your default programming. Most of us wake up carrying subconscious scripts from childhood, past failures, or other people's expectations. For example, maybe your default programming says, "I'm not a morning person. I'm too busy to focus on myself. No matter how hard I work, it's never enough." These beliefs quietly direct your behavior unless you consciously rewrite them. Take 5 minutes tomorrow morning to write down every negative thought that pops up as you start your day. You might be shocked at what's been running on autopilot. Once you've identified the thoughts holding you back, create replacement beliefs that empower you. Example rewrites. Old belief, "I'm not a morning person." New belief, "Each morning is my chance to set the tone for an extraordinary day." Old belief, "I never have enough time." New belief, "I create time by focusing on what truly matters." Repeat these new beliefs every morning until they start to feel natural. Step 3. The morning identity shift. Instead of just planning what you'll do today, decide who you will be while doing it. Ask yourself, what kind of leader do I want to show up as? What energy do I want to bring to my family, team, and work? If the best version of me were in charge of today, how would they think and act? Spend 60 seconds visualizing yourself as that person, walking, talking, thinking, and acting from that higher standard. Step 4. Emotional calibration. Your mindset isn't just mental, it's emotional. Before diving into your tasks, take a moment to generate the emotions you want to carry into the day. Here's how. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Think of a time when you felt completely confident and unstoppable. Recall that memory vividly, what you saw, heard, felt. Let that emotion flood your body. Anchor that feeling before starting your work, and you'll notice you make decisions from a place of clarity, not stress. Step 5. The language of success. Be mindful of the words you use first thing in the morning. Language shapes your perception. Replace "I have to" with "I get to." "I get to. This is hard." "This is a challenge that will make me stronger. I'm so busy." This subtle language shift trains your brain to see opportunity instead of overwhelm. Step 6. Create a morning mindset ritual. Here's a simple 10-minute routine you can practice daily. Write down 3 things you're thankful for. Identity. Write down who I choose to be today in 1 sentence. Visualization. Picture yourself living that identity as you go through the day. Affirmations. 2 min. Speak your empowering beliefs out loud with energy. Breathwork. Center yourself with slow, intentional breathing. This sequence rewires your mind and body to operate from confidence, clarity, and purpose. Step 7. Protect your mental inputs. Mindset isn't just about what you generate, It's also about what you consume. In the morning, avoid run negative news, social media comparison traps, run drama-filled conversations. Instead, choose inputs that reinforce the identity you're building. Run drama-filled puts lettered learning content. Run drama-filled for mindset palakam. When you practice morning mindset mastery daily, the results compound. You make better decisions because you're grounded and intentional. You attract better opportunities because you carry confidence and clarity. Run drama-filled for mindset padapatap. Action step. Tomorrow morning, spend 10 minutes writing down Run drama-filled for mindset padapatala compounder because Stitchbock. Your Adafik. One sentence describing who you choose to be today. One empowering belief you want to reinforce. Then read it out loud with energy. You'll feel a noticeable difference in how you approach the day. Key takeaways from Chapter 9, Ron Dharma-filled. Your thoughts create your emotions, which drive your actions and results. Identify and rewrite limiting beliefs that run your mornings. Ron Dharma-filled. Decide who you want to be each day, not just what you'll do. Ron Dharma-filled reminds him enforced through memory and visualization. Protect your mental inputs and feed your brain with what supports your highest self. In Chapter 10, the final chapter, we'll put everything together and talk about scaling your morning formula so you can adapt, evolve, and keep your mornings powerful for years to come. End of Chapter 9, Morning Mindset Mastery, Programming Your Brain for Daily Success. It's fully detailed, actionable, and built to leave listeners inspired and ready to implement. Chapter 10. Scaling Your Morning Formula. Adapting and evolving your ritual over time. Congratulations, you've made it to the final chapter of the morning formula. Start your day like a CEO. If you've been following along, you've built a powerful foundation. You wake up with intention. You prime your body and mind. You plan like a CEO and protect your focus. You've rewired your mindset to support daily success. But now we face the real test. How do you keep this momentum for months, years, even decades? Because what separates a morning routine that fizzles out after 2 weeks from one that transforms your life is simple: adaptability. Why your morning routine must evolve. Life isn't static. Your goals change. Your responsibilities change. Your energy levels change. A morning routine that worked for you as a single entrepreneur might not work when you're raising kids or running a larger team. This is why the most successful people don't treat their morning routine as a fixed formula. They treat it as a living system that grows with them. Step 1. Review and refine regularly. Once a month, do a morning formula audit. Which parts of your routine are working brilliantly? Which parts feel forced, stale, or no longer relevant? Which new habits might support your next level of growth? Keep what works, remove what doesn't, and add new elements gradually. This keeps your mornings fresh and exciting instead of rigid and boring. Step 2. Adapt to seasons of life. There will be seasons where your mornings are longer and luxurious. There will be seasons where they must be short and efficient. Create a core ritual that takes no more than 10 minutes, something you can do even on your busiest days. Example: Roost 2 minutes of gratitude, Roost 2 minutes of visualization, Roost 2 minutes of breathing, Roost 2 minutes of planning top 3 priorities, Roost 2 minutes of affirmations. Then when you have extra time, layer in bonus elements like exercise, journaling or reading. Step 3. Scale with your goals. Your morning formula should reflect the next version of yourself you're stepping into. If you're working toward financial goals, spend morning time reviewing metrics or visualizing wealth-building actions. Fitness goals, move exercise to the first thing you do to make it non-negotiable. Creative goals, start with a 30-minute creative writing or brainstorming session before doing anything reactive. Each season of life has a focus. Align your mornings with that focus. Step 4. Make it identity-driven. By now you know the power of deciding who you want to be. Scaling your morning routine is about asking, what does the next level version of me do first thing in the morning? What habits would my future self thank me for? Then design your mornings to match that vision until it becomes second nature. Step 5. Build flexibility into the system. Rigidity kills consistency. Instead of thinking, I failed because I missed my 6 a.m. wake-up, think, I win because I still completed my core ritual at 9 a.m. Flexibility is the key to longevity. As long as you hit your minimum standard daily, you stay in the game and momentum compounds. Step 6. Track your progress over time. Create a simple scoreboard. Days you completed your full morning routine, (2). Days you did only the core ritual. Days you missed completely. Don't beat yourself up over misses. Use them as data. Ask, what caused me to skip? What can I change to make it easier tomorrow? This keeps you honest without creating guilt. Step 7. Keep it inspiring. Your morning routine should feel like an upgrade, not a chore. Every few months, inject fresh energy into it. Try a new meditation technique. Try a new workout style. Read a new motivational book. Find new affirmations that speak to your current season. If you look forward to your mornings, you'll never skip them. One of the most powerful ways to cement your own habits is to teach them to others. Share your morning formula with your family. Make it a shared ritual with kids or spouse. Your team. Create a culture of intentional mornings at work. Your community. Start a mastermind or accountability group. When you become a leader in this area, you multiply the impact far beyond your own life. The long-term ROI of morning mastery, the results you get from your morning formula, won't just show up today, they compound for years. Imagine, 5 years from now, after 1,500 intentional mornings, you've taken thousands of small, consistent actions toward your biggest goals. 10 years from now, you've built unshakable confidence, clarity, and capacity. 20 years from now, your morning formula has shaped the person you became and the life you built. That's the real power of starting your day like a CEO. Final action step. Tonight, design your core morning ritual, something you can do in 10 minutes, no matter what. Then design your ideal extended ritual, the full version you do when you have extra time. Commit to doing the core ritual every single day for the next 30 days. This consistency will rewire your brain, reshape your identity, and transform the trajectory of your life. You now hold a powerful tool, a morning formula that primes your body, sharpens your mind, protects your focus, and aligns your actions with your highest priorities. If you commit to this process, your mornings will stop being random and reactive and start being strategic and transformative. You will no longer just wake up. You will rise with intention, act with clarity, and lead your life like a CEO. The next move is yours. Tomorrow morning, take the first step and repeat it until success becomes your default. Thank you for listening. If you found value in the morning formula, start your day like a CEO. Consider subscribing to Imperium Audiobooks for more powerful, life-changing audiobooks that keep you learning, growing, and leveling up every single day. Your mornings just got an upgrade. Now it's time to upgrade your future.